So on this episode, we are going to actually start working on the Del Sol. This is a car that I bought 3 years ago. I bought it for the Grassroots Motorsports Challenge 2014, where you have to build a car and race it for under $2,014. We had a bit of an accident on the way to Gainesville to run the race, and I scrapped the idea of racing it in that challenge. So then I was able to spend as much money as I wanted, which has resulted in spending a lot of money on this car. But give me a second, I will take you on a tour around the car. What we're going to do for this car, I've got just a handful of things that I want to finish up. So I have a 93 dash that I want to swap out. This is a 95 Del Sol S. The 93 dash doesn't have a provision for airbag. The airbags are all disconnected on this car, so I want to take the dash out because it's a lot smoother. When I do that, I'm actually going to drill a hole and open up some space for some new wiring. I want to relocate the ECU into the glove box. I'm going to swap the existing single DIN radio out for a double DIN. I'm going to relocate the antenna for the keyless start to somewhere a little more functional. It's not a strong antenna, and I have to take my cigarette, my ashtray out every time I want to start the car, so that's not really, it's just a pain. I have a new gauge pod by Ortiz Gauge Pods that incorporates two new gauges. I have the boost gauge and then the oil pressure gauge, and then I have my air-fuel ratio gauge is in a separate spot. So I have to take that out when I go to relocate all of the, change the dash out, but that's going back in the same place. So I want to clean up some wiring, I want to clean up the dash a little bit, and yeah, so the first step today is trying to get the dash out, or at least a good semblance of the dash out. There's a lot of steps, so I'm going to throw a GoPro in a good spot so you can see. It's a small car, it's got a small passenger compartment, and I have seats in it, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get good shots, but I'll do what I can to get you some good shots and show you anything that I run across that's a bit of a challenge. Alright, so I'm going to get behind the camera, and then I'll take you on a tour of the car. This is a 95 Del Sol S. It was an automatic transmission car. It had a D-series engine in it. So let's start at the front. So I'm actually going to replace, I put these taillights on because I really thought I'd like them, and I don't. I have a set of stock taillights here, so as part of this remodel of this car, I'm going to put the stock taillights back on, but I've got blackout tint for them, and then I also have a full set of underbody lights to go in. I'm also going to fix, I've got a bit of cracking in my body kit right there at the door sill. It was just a tough spot to begin with, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that. I'm planning to do a repaint, but if nothing else, I'll just touch it up. Running 17-inch wheels, people say you can't run 17s or it's uncomfortable. To be honest with you, it's been a great ride. I don't think you can see. No, not really. This car is running on a Skunk 2 suspension setup for adjustable coilovers, and the upper ball joint setup is Skunk 2, and then it's D2 adjustable racing shocks. So I still want to dial it in a little bit, but for the most part, it actually is it's a fun riding car. It really feels, it's pretty comfortable. Let's go to the motor and then we'll do the interior. So running a generic turbo manifold precision wastegate, eBay turbo, custom 3-inch exhaust all the way back to the Greddy muffler, 3 inches straight pipe all the way back. Miami Mufflers did it. They did a great job. Did it in a day. It was beautiful. Intercooler piping, obviously. This is a B18 C1 GSR motor, and it's a built head. So it's Skunk 2 valves. I don't know, dual valve springs and titanium retainers. And as you can see, it has all hard fittings, steel braided lines for the catch can, and as well when we get underneath, because I do have a bit of oil leak I have to sort out, for the drain for the turbo. All screw type, not clamp type. Just this car is nicknamed the Soul Sucker because every time I get it running, something else breaks. Last time I went driving, the reason it's parked right now is last time I went racing, blew the clutch. So the clutch is out in it. I push it everywhere I want it to go for right now. But since it's down, I thought now's a great time to swap out this dash. So I went to Honda Parts Depot here in Fort Lauderdale and picked up a pretty sweet dash, which is right here. And gonna get that swapped out. And let's see. Okay, so interior Iggy seat covers. I'll be honest with you, best investment I think I've made. They have little mat pockets in the back, which is hilarious to me, but because this car is so tiny and like nobody's gonna put anything behind the seats. But the stitching is very similar to the stock stitching in a Del Sol, and these are literally custom fit pull-over seat covers. So all you have to do is just pull them over your existing seats. I took the seats out and did it out of the car. You could probably do it in the car, but I'll be honest with you, it took me a couple hours, but they fit so well. It's such a great fit. It looks so stock. It's good stuff. And then, as I said before, push button start. So took the key system out and swapped this guy over to push button start. So you can see in the spot where the vent would be, that's where the Ortiz pod's going to go, and taking out the single DIN radio, and I've already got a piece of console cut and fit. I just need to finish it, but I want to make sure that the radio is going to fit in there before I finish it off with fiberglass and take the time to paint it. And then we'll get to the ECU, which is down here somewhere, and get it moved. I want to move it into the glove box so I can access it to hook up the laptop to it to make tuning adjustments. I'm not to that point yet. I still like to have a professional tuner tune the car, but if I want to make adjustments down the road, I want to be able to do that. So this is literally the stacked stuff that's going into the car. I have, for the next tune, I have to take these and get them cleaned out, but I have 1000cc precision injectors, a new AAM fuel rail, O-rings for when O-rings go bad, a new map sensor, OmniPower map sensor, the Android radio. So the point of swapping out to the double DIN was because I have the Motes Demon 2 to install for my next tune, and I have the Bluetooth module to go with it. The Bluetooth will allow you to utilize TunerView on an Android tablet, but instead of having a tablet floating around, my goal is to install this radio into that dash and make it fit well enough that I can put all my other views, so I can see my actual temperature instead of just dummy lights and crazy gauges, straight from the computer, all the detail that I want. And then, because I like a little flash, a full set of LED undercar lighting as well. So I'm going to set up the GoPro so that you can kind of see what I'm doing, and get started on, if nothing else, taking out the old dash.
that first and knock it out, because my new dash didn't come with wiring, which is okay. And if it did come with wiring, I probably took it out. That way I know exactly what I'm up against. Because I probably won't do this tonight. I'll mark the wiring in the car with a little bit of green duct tape as well. Just as a visual cue to myself that needs to come through. Otherwise, I won't remember. Inside. And underneath this, disconnect this guy here. Let's get this up some symptom. I need to disconnect the climate control wiring. Here. Put it all through with one big piece, and now I see why I can pick it up for it, because there's a screw right there that was preventing it from coming out. So I should be able to unscrew that guy and then pull him out. Disconnected this cable by accident, just brute force pulling stuff out, so I'll have to figure out where it goes and put it back in. But next is that. Take this dash, set it aside for a little. Now this is the new dash. The only real difference between these two dashes is that. Right where the airbag would have been is nice and smooth and clear and just looks aesthetically better, especially when the airbag system doesn't work. So. I've already prepped this dash a little bit. I do need to take out some of these plugs still, but I took out all the ductwork from here to there because I don't intend to use it. This car doesn't have heat or air conditioning. It does have a fan that blows. Doesn't really do much of anything, but my intention is to keep that clean so that I can run all my wiring for my gauges across there and keep it organized and neat compared to what I had before. set up the gauge pods. I'm not going to set these up tonight because I think we do the wiring, but I do want to show you what this is going to look like. So I still need to run all the wiring, but all in all, what you're going to have is the wideband, instrument cluster of course, and then boost gauge and oil pressure gauge, and then down here will be the doubled-in radio with all of the stats from the computer. So that being said, I'm going to stop here for tonight. I want to start working on all the wiring for the gauges. I'm going to sit down, do some wiring, do some soldering, get all that stuff lined up so that it's all nice and clean and neat and plugs right in. And I think the next time we come back, we're going to drill a hole through the firewall and run some wiring and the vacuum tubing for the boost gauge and get all of that in place before we put it back. All right, thanks.